Coach, I know you've said in the past there's no moral victories, but what do you think about today's performance?
Again, we came into the game knowing it's about our execution, and you can't make mistakes that can help when you're playing a good football team. You can't make those mistakes, and I thought what really big one was right before half. We got the ball, we're moving, and we throw an interception right there. Defense answered, held them to 3 points, but those are the things that come back to, hurt you in the long run. And they're in the second half giving up that punt return, but there is no moral victories. Am I proud of our kids because they kept fighting back? No matter if, a lead built, we fought back. And I think we've seen a lot of growth of this team, in week 3. We're going to look at the film, we're going to evaluate it, and we're going to see a lot of areas we can get a lot better as we get closer to league play.
Doug, obviously, the loss aside, but for the first road trip of the season, do you feel like you guys kind of got what you wanted to out of this game?
Yeah, we haven't, had a tremendous success on the road, so I thought our kids were focused, they were locked in. I think they're disappointed. They're probably going to look back and say, we could have made this tackle, or, we had them here or had them there, and, just so there's no regrets because you don't get those back. But the effort, we always say the effort and attitude I thought was there, and that's probably what I'm most proud. And getting on the buses, traveling here, and like I said, this is all, getting us ready for, what we want to achieve in league play. We got to go to tough venues. We got to go to 3 indoor arenas that's just as loud just because it's indoor. So, for us, I think we learned a heck of a lot. And, we got to take from the film, and we got to be better next Saturday.
After that, the tipped interception, not being able to come out of that possession with points, how did that hurt you guys?
And it goes, last week, we were able to really take advantage when the defense either got a 3 and out, and those are situations we didn't. Again, right before half when we got the ball back, we didn't take advantage of that. After the interception, that's where you got to strike. That's where you want to get back in a football game. You got to strike there, and we did it. It starts probably with the first play, and it was a negative play. So, again, those are, when we talk about complementary football, those are the things that we learned from. And, our defense fed off our offense fed off our defense and special teams. But the one thing I didn't see on the sidelines, our guys were supporting, hey, we got you here. And, that's probably, from last year, probably the biggest growth that I've seen this team make.
Coach, you talked about the interception earlier, but can you talk about your overall quarterback play and what you really liked from him today?
He does so much. He changes protections. He can make checks. He's looking at the clock, making sure it doesn't get down to 0, then sits in the pocket. And, a lot of people probably get on him about he runs a lot and has a lot of rushing yards, but he can throw the football. And, and for us to be a great offense, we got a lot of new receivers, and we're trying to get them all involved. And I think we are making that adjustment each week. We got running backs that can catch the ball in the backfield. So for us, you play with one football, and we feel we have different guys. We got to get the hands on their football, and that starts with our quarterback being able to spread that ball around. And I thought he did that today. The one interception, guess what? That's our first turnover of the year. But guess what? You don't want any turnovers, just hand the ball off and don't throw the ball downfield. So, again, our defense understands when those mistakes happen, guess what? They got to rise up because we're going to be aggressive. We're going to attack. And, so for us, we got to just keep pressing. And I think he's learning a lot, but, I'm proud of him. And I think his ceiling, he hasn't even touched yet.
For Preston and Jaden, maybe just, you guys were in this game, obviously, and I know there's no moral victories, but how do you guys feel you played?
I feel like we played great. This is our first road game. A big team like this, it can come out either way. We playing in front of 70,000 people. I don't know exactly what the number is, but we playing in front of 70,000 people. And the little mistakes we made, that plays a huge part because I believe momentum and energy is serious. So, the little mistakes we made, it kind of cost us a little bit in the end. But, yeah, I feel like we played great. Our first road game, we played great.
Yeah, I just love the way that all of our guys fought today. Offense, defense, and special teams. We really just beat ourselves today, but we never really got down on each other. We were always picking each other up, and I'm really excited to see what this team can do going forward because we got something here, and I'm really excited to see what we could do.
Jaden, obviously you had that long run. You were able to punch it in 2 plays later, you know. Obviously, Bo has been kind of the focal point of the running game through the first couple of weeks, but to break one like that, you know, how did that feel for you?
It feels great knowing that I got the ability to, you know, make a big play and change the turnout of a game. I mean, it feels amazing. It's like unexplainable. I can't even explain it for real. But, you know, I just try to be really unselfish as much as possible. You know, it's the whole team. We all can make plays. Like Coach said, our wide receivers. We got Tug. We got a great running back room, man. Bo. Like, I don't need to say much about him. He can make any play for real. So, I don't know. It feels great.
Preston, obviously, you know, you know, defending the pass has been something that's been kind of up and down for you guys this year. You know, what was it, you know, trying to get pressure on Aiden Childs and trying to defend him downfield when he had some time, and, you know, how did that kind of unfold throughout the game, and how did you guys have to adjust to that?
Yeah, I mean, we knew he was going to make some plays. He's a ball player, and we just knew, I mean, offenses are going to score points, and it's all about how you respond. So just getting to the next play when anything broke out, just sticking together and getting to our next play, getting to our next call, and just not letting it affect the next play. And when stuff's going to happen, we just got to stick together and be able to defend the pass like sometimes we don't, but it's going to happen in the game of football, so it's all about how you respond.